In this video, we take you to Sellerbarcamp, an event for e-commerce sellers and FBA sellers in Munich. There's a lot of experts and a lot of sellers here, so I cannot wait to see what they have to say. So let's go inside and don't say we don't take you anywhere. Fully early. Oh, okay. Right in this spot, we don't. Last weekend, I went to Sellerbarcamp in Munich, an event for e-commerce and FBA sellers. It was the first time I was in an FBA event, and I was honestly so surprised at the whole ecosystem. Essentially, there is a whole economy around selling on FBA and selling online. I went to film the event for Orange Click, and once the video is live, I will link it here. Look, that's me. I'll tell you how that happened in my next video, okay? And I thought I want to talk about the event on my channel because I know that a lot of my viewers are people that are not yet in the e-commerce scene. You are most likely just starting out or looking to start. And I wish I would have known of the community when I started, because at times the journey was lonely, I had no reference point and no place to draw motivation from. I wish I would have known that there was more people and this whole thing around selling on FBA. So how was it? We arrived extremely early, I might add, and this is where I roll my eyes at the German standards. At 8:30 the event started, and we arrived at 8:30 and there was a breakfast. So I have to say there was a lot of breakfast. I had the croissant, there was also pretzel, and there was a lot, so that was very nice. And in the first room there were a lot of stands for different service providers, so you could find tax professionals, FBA brokers, FBA buyers, virtual assistants, sourcing support, different softwares for different things, aggregators, you name it. There was a representation for literally anything you may need when you start an e-commerce or FBA business. I arrived and I just went around and interviewed people for Orange Click's channel. I connected. After maybe 1.5 hours of that, they called us to the bigger room where the event started. The thing about Sellerbarcamp is that the participants choose the topics of the session. So after introducing the sponsors, there was an activity that got participants to brainstorm and present session ideas.
Die Trittbrettfahrer. Wie werden wir die lästigen Trittbrettfahrer los? Und einmal eine Diskussion von Manuel in der Raum. So, letzter Raum, MZ Boost, optimierte Produktbilder durch Shopperverständnis, also genau deren Thema, MZ Boost, die Jungs machen ja die Fotos auf Optimierung und die erzählen ein bisschen was über die optimierten Produktbilder durch Shopperverständnis.
And let's talk about the sponsors for a second. The sponsors were the companies that got booths in the event, okay? So in the first room, those booths, those were the sponsors of the event. And there were a lot of sponsors, actually, I was surprised. And they all knew each other. So it's like a tight-knit community, and everyone who is relevant in the German e-commerce space knows each other, or like seems to know each other, looks like they know each other, because they were like all cool and stuff during the event. And I guess also the ones that are cool are the ones who sponsor these events. I thought it was very interesting, this dynamic. And also there were like 2 or 3 sponsors of this event that were aggregators. And since I work for an aggregator now that didn't sponsor the event, I add, I was just like interested in looking at them, observing the Therasio people, since I heard so much about them before, but I never really crossed paths with any of them. So afterwards, after the participants chose the topics of the sessions actually started. And there were like 6 or 7 rooms and 6 or 7 sessions happening at the same time. And I tried to attend one between my shootings, shooting the event, shooting the people, B-roll. But my German is honestly not good enough to capture the whole message, especially when we talk about these types of messages that are not like, ordering a pizza or ordering coffee. So I just gave up on that and kept creating content for Orange Click's YouTube channel and for their Instagram. And that was way more productive, like a way better use of my time, honestly. Even if I realized that people were probably very confused as to why I was even attending in the first place. These influencers that go places and instead of actually enjoying what's happening are only taking pictures and posting stories, trying to make it look like they were having fun. That's what I felt like, and that's what I felt like people thought I was. But I was there to do a job, and honestly, these topics are my 9 to 5 anyway. I'm not saying that I couldn't learn something from them. Of course, I could definitely learn a lot from these experts. but not if they are trying to teach me German. No thanks, let's try that another time. So then it was lunchtime, and here I met Johannes from Fulfin. It was funny because he recognized me from my YouTube videos, and how funny, the first time someone knows me before I know them because they watched me online. A few months ago, I did a video about Fulfin and they watched it. And it turns out Johannes was the person who spoke to me and helped get our loan. So it was cool to meet him in person. And Fulfin was a sponsor and organizer of the event, so they had quite a lot of members of the team there. And to be honest, they look like a very cool company. So if you want a loan for your e-commerce or FBA business, use my link down below. Johannes told me that soon they will be able to finance also businesses based outside of Germany. So maybe that's something that would help you scale. You know where to find the link. And after lunch, I left. I woke up at 6 a.m. because the event started at 8:30 a.m. and I was so tired already at 2 p.m. Not to speak of the people avalanche that I got to meet. And I'm an introvert, so I actually came home and took a nap. And that was always the plan though, because after lunch there were more sessions until 6 p.m. and after 6 p.m. people just had beers and networked, and networking is a big thing. I learned. I definitely recommend. So overall I had a great experience at Sellerbarcamp in Munich. I would attend again for sure, or something similar in English. In that case, if it would be in English, then I would actually join the sessions and try to learn something. And if you are starting out, I recommend you go to these events. I didn't know they existed or didn't really pay any attention to them. I don't know. Of course, I knew they existed like as a concept, but I didn't think of going. I don't know. And even if you don't speak the local language, people speak English, of course, and you can always connect. I met several new sellers on the event, besides service providers of all kinds that could have supported me earlier in my journey. Would I have known that they were there to support me and willing to talk about our businesses and stuff. And everybody's there to talk, basically. So you just go up to people and you say hello, you introduce yourself, you say what you're doing, and that's it. You exchange contacts and now you're friends. Honestly, that's all you need in order to walk away having taken something from it.
Vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank.
Zoveel kleine dat die dan moest aufmachen, weißt du?
Ja.
Ich kann nicht fahren, wenn ich mach's.
So yeah, if you want to watch the full video about the event and what I look like interviewing people, then this is the link to Orange Click's channel.